All right, guys, if you're watching this is going to be tonight's overall update video. If you're not watching this live, this is going to be your update video. We're going to give a little breakdown in the beginning of the video here and see what happens at the end, and then give a full breakdown at the end. So tune into the last 15 minutes if you're not watching this live. Roaring Kitty did actually set up a scheduled live. Okay, he had a scheduled live. I saw it on my YouTube channel. I just posted it to Patreon so you guys could see it. It is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So things can start to scale up very quickly over the next few days. And the reason that I'm going live right now is because my options started to go bonkers. I got a notification about some of my options going bonkers, up 200, some of them up 200%. And I was like, holy crap, okay, maybe I need to go back and look at this, right? I was out touching grass. Damn it. The one time I'm out touching grass, I don't get to see the big AMC move. So I started watching it during this push, and the only thing that worried me in this push over here for AMC was there was like a 15-minute divergence. But once I saw that didn't complete, right? I see that didn't complete, it got violated. I was like, okay, this actually could be pretty strong. And then guess what? There's a halt on GME and AMC like right up in this area. So right away, you know this, though, we are closing above 519. That is a very good thing. All right, so let's get into a little analysis here. For the overall video, I just got to get this set up real quick on my end, and we will get into that little breakdown. Make sure to take this chance right here, guys. Could you like the video for me? I would really, really appreciate it. All right, send out a like to the video, and welcome for the closing stream while I'm just setting this up, and then we're going to do a breakdown for you. Awesome. Okay, we have those up. And hopefully by now, every single one of you has liked the stream. It's free to do, and we're doing a lot of technical analysis. Now, as we look at the SPY here, what I was really paying attention to, you notice a 15-minute has been what I've been looking at. Just that 15-minute curling up at any time. It's still positive, and the thing about right now for the SPY, you do have a 5-minute divergence, okay? So going into the end of the day, I was paying attention to the dollar during all of this drop. What was the dollar doing? It was dropping before that happened. So it is at a lower level now, and maybe we're seeing some of them try to buy. But all of this was right before, I believe it was right before Roaring Kitty actually announced, I believe it was right before he actually announced that he was going to go live. And then now I think that's going to throw them for a loop. I think their plan here was make it go lower, maybe even make this 5-minute divergence, but they still could send it higher by the end of the day. Oh, that's my dog. What is vibrating? Oh, it's Bruce's tail. All right, so if this 15-minute curls up, what would we say for the SPY? Hey, 15-minute curls up, that'd be great because positivity. We know exactly how to react. Now, the only thing that's going to happen from here is, what if we get some kind of 15-minute push here in the next few minutes, and then we see that ripped away by the end of the day? We'll have to pay attention to that. What if this bounce comes into tomorrow morning, and then around 11 a.m. we see that ripped away? Because he could just exercise that contract, guys. By the way, he's made already off those contracts. If he would have sold them already, I think he would have made like $200 million. That's psycho talk. That is psycho talk, but it's awesome. So 15-minute, really what you want to pay attention to here, and notice this about the 2-hour. It hasn't curled over yet. We still have a lot of time. We're getting some wicks, okay? I think the likelihood that they could trick you is, you know, they actually buy this thing back up, even more calls come in, and we see what happens. So the Qs as well, you notice this is not any kind of dramatic selling. This is sideways price action. This is flagging. The 15-minute could pop up, and then maybe we need to pay attention to tomorrow's daily expected moves. So those daily expected moves for every stock that we do cover on this channel will be coming out. Yes, and XLU did go down more. We're going to talk about that after I talk about the Qs here. But oh, shoot. Yeah, the daily expected moves for every stock that we cover on this channel, including AMC and GME, will come out tomorrow. So you know how high we have to get in order to really start to squeeze. That's what those numbers will help you with. Okay, so the Qs here, what are you paying attention to? Well, the 15-minute was able to get close to the center line. If that curls up, good things can happen. And the reason that we're saying all of this is nonsense, all of the SPY here, all of this is nonsense, is because there's a certain indication that we should actually be down here, and that would be XLU. XLU is dropping off dramatically outside of its weekly range to the downside. That is how we caught this trap over here last week. This is what we were paying attention to as one of our points. Now we're seeing it drop off dramatically while the SPY hits its upward expected move. So we need to pay attention to that. But I told you it can continue forever, right? It can continue forever until they just decide. They need the put and call ratio to be in their favor. Maybe something like Roaring Kitty just exercising those options would throw him for a loop, though. I would say that. Apple, one thing to pay attention to here, a 15-minute. A lot of these 15 minutes are saying, hey, we're kind of just flagging here and we can pop higher. The thing about this, you would get a solid 15-minute divergence for Apple outside of that. Okay, so on the flip side to Apple, you also want to pay attention. And Gavin, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm just going to try to keep rolling through. See if these 2 hours are actually able to cross by end of day. If that crosses by end of day, that can be a good hit. Now we can see a bounce in the morning. We still get data, but then Roaring Kitty at 11. I think that things are going to get shaken up. Now, does that mean that he has to do something that could cause downside? No. He could just say regular stuff. Now that could make GME and AMC have a fake pump or the real pump. We don't know. So we'll have to find out. What are we seeing from Tesla? Well, we pointed out, someone brought up Tesla rolling up on a 30-minute, and I like it. The 2-hour was able to cross up. You're seeing a little bit of positivity, but what do we notice again? Traps above these levels. Sorry, I think they're mowing outside. Traps above these levels. So once we approach 180.92, we were saying, watch out for the traps. This is a great trade setup. Boom, there it is. We saw it live. Then that trickles up. Okay, now you have to say overbought. We're going to maybe get some kind of pullback. Maybe the 15-minute is going to help me out. Pull back up. Another positive move can come. Okay, very simple there. Now, Amazon is trading well outside of its weekly expected move at this point. It kind of leans me towards some kind of rug pull, but this is a V-shaped recovery. So you would say if the 30 minutes, see how high up it is, it's starting to get across. If this can hold up in positive territory, you can see more positivity, okay? Just because Roaring Kitty's coming out with a live stream doesn't mean we have to throw technicals out of the window. We still want to pay attention here. Right now, you can see the weekly is somewhere up in here. We could just go down to that, react back up, okay? So pay attention. We are in positive trends on a lot of 30-minute charts, including Nvidia. Now, Nvidia, I quickly posted to Patreon. I quickly posted Patreon because I know some people want to front run, and I told you guys, don't front run stuff. This is the exact moment where they're going to say, oh, we're going to make it so it looks like it's going, looks like it's going, looks like it's going, and then we're going to rig it by maybe just curling up a 15-minute chart. So I still believe Nvidia curls up this 15-minute chart. Now, the good part is this is a time where you say, maybe you're not wrong. Your timing is just a little off. So if this pops up by the end of the day, look, it could cause a run up, and then we could see some kind of divergence going on into tomorrow. Be careful around Nvidia. It has the split. There's a lot of stuff going on with Nvidia. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah. Sorry, my days are molding together. We're sleeping so bad here. Okay, now the cool part about AMD, you have almost a triple divergence here, okay? You pretty much have triple divergence on a 15-minute. That's cool. 2-hour, though, we talked about this earlier. This needs to roll over. 2 hours, the main thing that needs to roll over here. You do have, this is the divergence point right here. For the MACD, the highest point is going to be this bar right here. You have divergence at this level. You have divergence across the way right now. If that can confirm, we have to wait till that can confirm. That's very important. See in the 30-minute, just kind of hold up here, see if that's going to be a pullback. That's how we pay attention to how we can get screwed. Well, more so, I hope you're paying attention to how not to get screwed, depending on what we're talking about. Anyway, 15-minute divergence, though. So if that starts to roll over, we could see them thrown for a loop at the end of today. We could see them get thrown for a loop if he starts to say he's going to exercise contracts, anything like that. Meta, this one has really been screaming higher. The divergence doesn't look quite good anymore. And we originally were looking at it on like a 30-minute, a 15-minute. This looks like a pullback that could lead to a new high. Very, very strong move. I would say this is the most likely scenario at this point for an actual trend reversal. So right now we would just say pullback, positive territory curls back up, more positivity to come. Microsoft, we're going to keep going here. Sirkanth Reddy, thank you so much for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Microsoft, this one, what do we say? Well, it could create some kind of handle. And look at that. It's really just kind of flagging out here, trying to hold up at higher levels, and then we could see that curl up one more time. Now, the weekly expected move is here. So you're going into Friday at a lot of weekly expected moves, which just tells me either we're going to land in it 68% chance, or we're going to see something crazy to the upside. And I think that with today's behavior with the PCC, it's just hard to say, guys. It's hard to say. I would just say really pay attention to your signals. For Microsoft here, waiting for a 2-hour to cross over, perfectly fine. Probably waiting for an hourly to cross over because it's close to the center line. If that would actually cross over, we'd have a reason. Right now, we don't. It just looks like the 30-minute is pulling back. Google, Google up here, yeah, okay, the 30 minutes crossing over. Good sign for, I would say, a pullback based on the 30-minute, just because this isn't divergence, like steady divergence at the same time, a little bit up, a little bit down. You could get a reversal from that. Now, the 15-minute kind of tells a different story. If the 15-minute can go negative, you might just break through here, okay? You might just break through. Now, we want to pay attention if that's curling up anytime it gets close to the center line. If it just shows a green bar here, we might go make a new high for Google. Everything is approaching. Yeah, pretty much everything is approaching the weekly expected moves at this point. Now, this is this is AMC's weekly expected move. I got to sneeze. It's because it's a squeeze. Your indicator is telling you that oh, my ear popped. That felt good. Your indicator is telling you that the stock is supposed to go down. Your indicator is telling you the momentum is going down, but the stock still goes up. That is a form of the manipulation there. And wow, we are going to do GME in 1 second, Ryan. I got you. Trust me. Now, what were we talking about with this guy right here? We were really talking about these 30-minute charts, saying anytime they curl up, you can see a move. That is momentum taking over. And what was the main thing we kept saying about AMC and GME? AMC finally curled up on its daily, and GME did that yesterday. We said that in the YouTube video yesterday. So I said any reversal signals here this morning, I was like, technically I'm supposed to sell with this reversal signal on a 30-minute. I saw it, but I'm not going to fight against daily momentum. I'm not going to do it. I do not take shorts on a stock that curls up on a daily MACD. That is just silly. It's daily momentum is way stronger than 30-minute momentum. What do we notice? The 30-minute momentum didn't do anything. My option is worth a lot more right now. I can tell you that right now. It is worth a lot more right now. That's kind of the notification I got. I think my option's up like 300% or something like that. So pretty cool. But we noticed it was able to curl back up. That means positivity is there. The momentum is telling you it is up. The momentum is telling you it is up on the daily. The cool part about GME is it did it yesterday. It did it yesterday. This move makes total sense. If you look at our video from yesterday, last night, we said it makes the most sense because the daily momentum can take over here. It's crossed up on the MACD. Your MACD is telling you, yes, it's go time. And that's what we said last night in the video. We said this is the high probability. It's go time. But we have to see if this is going to be suppressed. It is a manipulated stock. So we got to see if this 30-minute rolls down at any time. It's really going to help you out if you're trying to trade it back and forth. I'm just holding a lot of positions and then trading one back and forth. But we notice this every single time it curls up. Was it ever able to curl back down on this 30 minutes? So since this point right here, this bar, I guess this bar. So since the point of $30.06, you've gotten no reversal signal on a 30-minute. That is huge. That is huge. Bless you. Bless you. It depends on, and as far as my opinion on it, it really depends on if it's actually going to, they're going to allow it to happen or not. I think it depends a lot on if Nvidia is actually able to sell off. I think there's one more trick left in Nvidia, maybe with a fake pump on the split. And I think you're going to see maybe even just a simple little 15-minute like this. And then you get this, and that will be a reversal signal saying, hey, the 15-minute can go negative. And the cool part about that going negative, it gets you closer to crossing this 2-hour. This 2-hour has not crossed. I posted this to Patreon, and I said multiple times on the Patreon, I said, do not front run things. This is the exact look they want all of this to have. And then your indicator's just going to go, nope. Your indicator can just go, nope, just for a second. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying your timing might be a little bit off. But just from a risk to reward perspective, you want to say, if this says nope, there is a probability it just goes like that. It goes through the roof. There is a probability of that. Maybe it's really, really low, but from a risk to reward perspective, you would say, let me just wait for the indicator or look for a weakness in here on a shorter time frame, maybe a 30-minute, and then we can figure it out. The 30-minute does have divergence all across this. It's just not very good on the RSI, but it is getting closer to the center line. It's still far away. So I think it will still push down. I think we'll get one more push up, and then that'll fail down. But if that 2-hour crosses before that happens, that probably won't happen. So I'm going to say that Nvidia is going to fall once that 2-hour chart completes the divergence. That's what I think. And until it proves otherwise, I'm a flip-flopper. Trading like water is the best thing to be as a trader. It is the best thing to be. Trade like water. Because then my risk is always managed. All right. That's my thought on Riot. Let's get into some stuff, guys. Let's hang out for a little bit. We got to keep our eye on AMC and GME. Someone keep that up. Actually, I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up on the chart over here, okay? I'm going to just pull it up on like an hourly so I can see it pretty clearly. We'll do GME because he tweeted about, doing the live stream. So we will be watching that tomorrow, by the way. We can watch that together maybe. We can just kind of like watch his stream with us or have it up and hear him talk while we look at charts. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to do that? We could hear him talking while we look at charts. All right, so we'll leave GME up there. Riot here, solid move, very solid move. 2 hours able to curl up. Is it able to go positive? Okay, awesome. If it is, ooh, what's this down here? Is that a divergence? Oh God, that's sassy. All right, we got a divergence down here. We have that going up on the MACD, up on the RSI at the same time. So good shot that this is going to turn up into positive territory. Manage the trade. If this 30-minute curls up, it's not the time for this thing to just go through the roof, but it hasn't turned down yet. It hasn't turned down yet, so until that turns down, it can keep going, right? Nvidia, we noticed it just never turned down, and what did the price do? It just kept going. So that's what you want to do. You want to wait till that turns down. That's when you know the pullback is coming. See that cross back up. Boom, you're in business, okay? And if you're thinking these things are too complicated with, say, options, just do it with trading. Do it with trading. You will make plenty of money. You'll make money in and out every other day. You'll be able to take a trade. It is great with just regular trading. You do not have to do options, guys. You can make a lot of money just trading things back and forth. That's what I used to do. That's what I'm planning on doing soon. Once I get my money amount to the amount I want, I'm just going to go back to regular trading. The risk is a lot better, and I can make the same amount as I'm making pretty much right now once I hit that number. Hopefully that was helpful with Riot. We want to look at a daily chart because 2 hours like to roll up the daily. You got divergence. No divergence, actually. One little divergence right here, I believe. No real divergence there. I guess you got one all the way across, but it's so far ago. So just see if this daily is able to roll up. I mean, you maybe could consider all this divergence in some way because this little chop kind of ruined it for a second. But if that daily is able to roll up and go green, that's daily momentum saying, hey, hell yeah, I'm going to go positive. Now you do have the 200. You need to take that back. So just manage that risk. But it doesn't look like the worst thing ever. It actually looks pretty good. Support's pretty good in here. No real head and shoulder worries here, so you're kind of bottling up. It makes total sense. I like it, but that 2 hour was the real signal. This is the real signal. So this morning at 8:30, you saw that cross up, and that's when it said go time. Alrighty, let's go back over to, we'll pull up AMC and GME. Actually, can I pull up the SPY for a second? I want to see if this 15 minutes going to rotate up. That was my theory. My theory is the 15-minute rotates back up. And we see one more trap, maybe even a long elongated trap over time here. The PCC going all the way back down. That means that all day, all day, that means there were pretty much calls coming in all day. Calls coming in all day. You never saw a spike up, so you never saw the puts added. It pretty much was just calls all day. And now we're at a level where it's hard to read into the PCC today. But that's the only thing I'm kind of thinking is a lot of calls came in today, and I'm hoping to God it is not retail. I am hoping to God it's not retail. I'm also wondering if it's call volume. Like, would that produce call volume for AMC and GME? I'm like, I don't know. It's so sketchy. Look at Nvidia. That's kind of a rude way to say it. Can I get a please? Can I get a please? I just did Nvidia like 5 minutes ago. 15-minute crosses up. 2 hour crosses down. That's the bullish and bearish case. 60% positive and the price is going down. They put out bad news also. It might be a huge bear trap. Run Kitty live stream June 7th. Yep. Well, it's 11 a.m. for me, by the way. But pretty much 2.5 hours after the open. Please, daddy. Okay, well now that's messed up. There's only 2 girls that are allowed. Nope. Yeah, that's weird. I guess you can't call me daddy anymore because my baby girl's going to call me daddy. That's weird. Anyway, Nvidia, yeah, real quick. It's just if this 15-minute crosses up, I think there's going to be positivity. I think we're going to see a 30-minute divergence, but with the split, it might look wonky, so I'm not looking too much into Nvidia anymore, but the reversal signal is if this completes, and I'm just telling you 100%, this is where they trick you, is you front run it right when it looks like it's going to cross. There's some kind of bounce first, then it crosses later. Your timing is a little bit off. So just watch that 15-minute. If that thing rolls up, then that would be how I would hurt people the most. So I think I would, if I was the market maker algorithm, I would roll this thing up, get everyone to take calls before the split, and then I would just crush this thing down after the split. Price target for Riot? I don't do price targets mostly. I mean, I'll make them, but I am more of a, I don't care what price it hits. I want to see what the charts are telling me. So I'd say this about Riot. You saw that 2-hour turning up. I would say you saw that 2-hour rolling up for Riot, and you saw the MACD rolling up. If I ever saw the MACD roll down then on an hourly, so notice I took the trade on a 2-hour with that good divergence, but if I ever see that roll down on an hourly, I would be out. That's how I do it. Or if I make enough money in the play. I hope that was helpful. Not Zen, I do ons. Zen are too big. Zen are too big for my little mouth. Victor Valencia. What a name. That's pretty sick. Love it. Welcome and thank you so much for joining the channel. Appreciate you. No, Zen, I do ons. I'm trying to do less of them, but it really helps with my ADHD. If I wasn't doing these ons, guys, I'd be so distracted all the time. I hope that was helpful about Riot, and I hope you understand what I'm saying about Riot. It'll help you a lot more to stop, like, this is something, and maybe it's better for you to make price targets, by the way, but for me, it's much better to do this. Okay, I'm going to literally show you what I just said to do on Riot. All right, so I see a 2-hour curl up right here. So I would say, okay, I take the trade, even with the gap up. Let's say we just take it. We know Nvidia's rigged to the upside, so if it gaps up, it's probably going up. Okay, we take the trade at 1,045. All right, so then I would just like scale back a little bit and say, okay, when the hourly curls over, I'm out. Look at the hourly turnover right here at 1,150. That's about a 100-point move. That told me to get out. Drop. Do you see how easy that is? Better than making a price target. It's better than making a price target. That was very quick, but you guys got a little taste of what's in the course. A little taste. Now, that's not exactly how we do the risk management in the course, but it's still pretty good. We go a little bit closer in. Which one is Magnite? Is that MGNI? Oh, I think it goes down. Yes. I think they bait people into the end of the day. They rig it to go up, and then all the insiders sell their positions and leave you with the bag. And then Roaring Kitty comes out and exercises his position, and then Nvidia is screwed. Because Nvidia is the bubble. Nvidia is the bubble. This is how they are going to pay for the AMC and GME problem. That is what I can highly assume is probable in this scenario. And that is why we were able to say, watch Nvidia, it is going to scream higher and higher and higher until AMC and GME pop. Once AMC and GME pop, like really pop, that is when Nvidia is going to tank. And it just so happens that it's lining up to tomorrow. And guess what? Roaring Kitty is going to be streaming tomorrow. Is it MGNI? MGNI. Did I get that right? Magnite? I don't know how you guys find these companies. I just trade the same, like 10 ones. I like to trade companies I really understand. So the 30-minute is positive. 30-minute is positive, but I know this one. Is this the one with the good 2-hour divergence? Yeah. Okay, so you gotta wait for this to confirm. You gotta wait. I know it's hard. You got an hour and a half, a little over an hour left. But what is stopping it from curling up on this 30-minute? You're flagging. You're flagging if you got in early with some kind of divergences up here. I get it. Bruce, why are you yawning and singing? My pit bull is just like yawning and singing behind me. That is flagging and stuff like that. I would just highly encourage you to at least go down into an hourly. That confirmed. Okay, small position. And then that now you need to watch. The 2-hour charts are more important, guys. I've done a lot of research on hourly 2-hour charts, and you notice you violate the divergence. You have multiple point divergence here. What is stopping you on a 30-minute from curling up? Nothing, right? So you want to make sure there's not one more rigged move. And if there isn't, you just sit there and go like this. Okay, 15-minute, that curls up. Whenever that curls down, okay, awesome. That is confirmed. I'm going down. Then you can say you have a reason that the 2 hour can go down. But really, I would like people to start waiting for these things to really show up, and that will confirm the momentum is heading downward. Right now, the momentum is about to head downward, right? It's saying like, hey, it's going down, right? That's the market maker being like, hey, it's going down. Just kidding. Okay, now it will. It'll piss you off more often if you don't wait for these moves to happen. He's going to be streaming on YouTube. We're going to watch it together. Well, we're going to watch. We might flip it up for a little bit, still look at charts, but we'll have it up and listen to him talk for the most part. AMC and GME. So it's most likely going to be elongated pump because there are different short sellers and they most likely will exit positions differently. There could even be a fake pump where they try to say, oh, look, GME went to $100 and then it goes back down. When you know that the problem is actually taken care of, you most likely will see GME hit 500, 700, even $1,000. That is when you know the problem is taken care of. If in this big pump, and this all goes away over the next year, in this big pump, we only hit like $300, they probably just rolled the positions, and we'll probably see it again in 3 years. The talk is at for my time, Central Time, 11 a.m. on YouTube. And you're welcome. I'm not going to say like don't watch my stream. Obviously, I want you to come watch the stream, but I thought it would be fun to have it up and watch it with you guys. But if you just want to go watch it yourself, I totally understand that. Meta crossed down on the 30-minute. That is the first sign of a pullback because you don't have the best divergences here anymore. It violated them. They've really pumped this up. What goes up must come down, but maybe it's not going to come down right now. Maybe it reacts off of its weekly expected move and does this. But you would say, if I'm expecting some big things going into tomorrow, we'll see what unemployment has for us as well. Not only the AMC and GME, but we get unemployment. Right now, this says pullback. Okay, this does not say reversal in trend until it crosses the center line. But if that curls up at any time, that's when it can make a reversal signal. Reversal signals are highly probable signals that you are going to see a reversal in trend by crossing the center line. That's why we pay attention to divergence. We explain it in the course. It's very, very good. And we explain it pretty in detail, pretty simply. I keep things very simple. Like I said, even my wife, who does not look at charts, I had her take some of the course and she was like, holy crap, this is very good. I had her take MACD, RSI, divergence, and the weekly ranges portions. And she was like, wow, I actually understand all this. So now when I get to talk about my work with her, she understands more. She's still like, I don't care. Did you make money? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, cool. Feel bad for that guy that was shorting GME this morning. I don't. I don't. I don't feel bad. You made a decision. I do not feel bad. You made a decision, and that was perfectly fine. Around here, that decision made sense. Right here, that made sense. But right here, that decision no longer made sense. Right here, the 30-minute curled up. This is where we said the momentum is up. We never said the momentum for GME was down ever since then because it hasn't crossed on the MACD. Do you see why you don't front run stuff? Look at this. Imagine if you front run this right here and say, oh yeah, GME is going to crash. Boom, you just lost all your money in like a day. You guys, I'll feel bad for you guys when you take a losing trade because I think you guys, a lot of you are dedicated to learning, still learning. But if you go into a stream, you're a jerk, you're really cocky. I always say, like, yeah, we celebrate our wins here. You should celebrate your wins, but immediately humble yourself. This market can humble you very quickly. Yeah, Derek, it's at 11 a.m. Central Time. So about 2.5 hours after the open, and that's when we'll watch it. Yeah, there's some fishy stuff. Let me go make sure. Let me make sure. Teachable. Teachable will have a problem. They're updating some software tomorrow. It's supposed to be tomorrow. So here, let me just click my own link. Okay, it loads fine. Checkout page is fine. Just give it your best shot. Make sure all the information is correct, and I'll make sure that you're able to get it. Like, I will talk to them. I am going to be in talks with them soon. They actually did email me back finally. But they acted like they had no idea what was going on, and I'm still fishy about that. I don't see how it is. Once I started calling this market really rigged, like the day we caught it, we caught that big move, all of a sudden they just stopped sending me my money. But that doesn't mean, at the end of the day, guys, I want you guys to learn. So if you want to take the course, I'm not saying don't go get it over there. I'm just saying no matter what, I will get my money. I will get a lawyer if they're going to keep withholding my money. So I haven't received money from them in about a week and a half, which is very strange. Are you shirtless? No. I'm wearing my Tom and Jerry sweatshirt. I love cute little sweatshirts with characters on them, if you can't tell. It's kind of my thing. When I go shopping, I buy the most worthless crap. I literally buy like 2 sweatshirts a year. I shorted Nvidia 1040 strike, put 146 contracts. Whoa. Whoa. So you would say if that comes down to that number and curls up, that's when you would say, okay, maybe I'm wrong, take profit type deal. That's overall what it would say. Hopefully we all become rich. Slow way is the fast way. That's what we say in my course. Slow way is the fast way. Manage your risk. You will grow over time. Would you rather try to get rich and have a 5% chance this year, or would you rather have a 75% chance to be rich in 5 years? Just saying. Just saying. GME party. You guys want a GME party? I mean, if GME pops off, we're just going to be staring at it. Overall, with GME and AMC, how you trade this thing, by the way, when you notice sell, right? You want to watch momentum. 30-minute charts are going to be golden. Okay, 30-minute charts are going to be golden. You won't catch the exact top, but it'll turn back down and momentum will shift down. If this is going to be the moment, it's going to see a massive, oh no, and then the 30-minute will cross. It'll lose like 20% of its value. The 30-minute will cross, and you will know, okay, the momentum has shifted down for a pullback. If it turns back up and same stuff we're talking about. It's just imagine this right here went to $1,000, and right now it's at $1,000. If that that is momentum shifting down for a pullback. You need to wait till that turns back up, and that might be another big move. Okay. Use your technical knowledge. You guys are more knowledgeable than a lot of people out there trading right now. If you're watching this stream, if you've watched this stream even for like 2 days and you just listen to this little bit, manage your risk. Okay. Now, does that mean I'm going to take profit? I have one position I'm going to take profit on throughout the whole thing. And then I hold the stock the entire time. So I'm holding the stock the entire time. I bought actual stock in AMC and GME at this point. And I'm just going to hold the entire time. And I'm going to have 2 option positions open. I'm going to sell one of them. I'm going to keep the other one. So I'm not that bad of a person, right, for selling my option contract. But that's the one I'm like, hey, if I can make money that helps out my family and maybe allows me to do YouTube actual full time, because right now I'm doing it like probably like close to full time, probably like 23rd, probably like 30 hours a week right now. But I want to get that to 40 hours a week. Lucas Kitty, should I change my name? You'd rather take, yeah, Mustafa, you'd rather take the 75%, right? Make the percentage in your favor. 75% chance over 5 to even 15 years, like I'm doing, is much better than doing the 5% chance a year, because you have a 95% chance to not make money every year if you do those type of strategies. My strategies are better. Learning this type of stuff is just better for the long run. You can do it on the weekly scale and probably still get rich in the next like 20 years and just be done. Matthew, I'll take your course. I think you're awesome. Hey, thank you, Matthew. I really do appreciate that. And who the hell just subscribed, and how the hell do I say your name? Is it Chow? Please spell it out so an American can say it, because I'm stupid, okay? I know it's Trong or something, because I had a good friend named Chris Trong. I miss that guy. He's like a surgeon now or something. He's way smarter than me. Deep effing value. I want to point that out real quick. That is a very good point. Be careful with FFIE, all these other ones that you have been seeing popping. Be careful with all those penny ones you've been seeing popping, okay? Do not put a bunch of money into those, because as GME and AMC pop, money will start to leak out of those and go back into the overall big boys, the big boys being AMC and GME. So be careful with the little ones, guys. The 15-minute has not confirmed an upside move. That is very important to understand. The dollar is still now at dramatically lower levels. This is why I'm expecting some kind of rigged move higher still. I think there could be some kind of rigged move higher still, because now the dollar's caught back up. So we could see one more rigged move higher, and then we'll see insiders selling possibly. You said it right. God, thank Chow Chong. Chow Chong. That's dip. Power hour. Who wants to get drunk? Oh, you meant the stock market? Oh, I thought we were taking shots every minute. I used to do that. Yeah, you can't really, like, as far as I see, Nvidia did not disclose max pain, like their options data. I'm trying. I've tried all day. See if it fixed now. I haven't tried in like an hour. Nope. Very fishy behavior for Nvidia not to do it. Now that could be because of the split as well. That could be because of the split, so they're using the split to hide the data. Are you going to update your course? I actually did update the course 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we put out a video on the course that said how to not get screwed. The next video we are going to put out is how to invest using all the knowledge that you learned in the course. How to invest, because not everyone can be good at 30-minute charts, guys. Not everyone can be good at shooting a basketball. Some of you will be better at shooting a basketball than others. Some of you will be faster than others at running. It's the same thing with the stock market. Not everyone can be good at the shorter time frames. You can still use all the knowledge to invest, and if you use that knowledge to invest, you will be great at trading. You will be great at investing, because you would know the last time you were supposed to buy Nvidia. The last time you were supposed to buy Nvidia was what? Well, what would we say on the shorter time frames? What is true for a 30-minute chart is also true for a monthly chart. Boom. The last time you should have bought Nvidia was 289.66. And then we're going to tell you how to spot weakness as well, and when to think about getting out of positions. So hopefully you look forward to that, but I hope that answers your question, Drew. We're going to be adding how to invest and still adding to the course all the time, but for the most part, I think that that would be very helpful. PCC is sitting at 0.98, but calls trickled in all day. Here we go. We're seeing a bump. Let's see if the SPY, we're going to watch that for a moment. Someone keep their eye, or I'll keep my eye on AMC and GME on my other screen. Did I just, Jesus. Still getting used to my new mouse. That's right, new mouse. Look at that. GME still popping. AMC still popping. You guys ever, you know the movie It? The movie It? Well, right now, GME and AMC are like pop, 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 popcorn. I hate clowns, by the way. It's one of my deepest fears. So nobody dress up as a clown. It's ironic that there's a clown on my thumbnail every day, and it freaks me out every single day. So buy and hold can work if you do it at the right times, right? So the SPY even, right? The SPY, one of the things we're going to talk about, weekly divergences. See, we're still going to use divergences. Why did I call the bottom and say this is not the crash? Look at the weekly divergence right here. This is something we are going to talk about as well. Did this ever curl back over? It did right here for a moment. You were right back in, out, back in, out. See, you can just do it on a weekly scale as well. Pretty cool, right? This is how we caught the bottom. This was when my channel was only 2 months old. The bottom in October, we saw a weekly divergence. Well, this was 2022. Happens to be October over here as well that we call the bottom as well, but pretty cool. Has the 2 hour crossed over for the SPY? No, it hasn't. This is why you don't front run stuff. You wait and you wait and you wait. You know that point, you know that part in the Big Short where he goes, "We are going to wait and we're going to wait and we're going to wait until they feel the pain." You need to wait and wait and wait till they can't trick you. Sorry, she was grabbing something. So we're going to talk about how to invest in depth. I think it would help a lot of people who, work all the time. It's hard to look at stocks if you work all the time. It's hard to be good at 30-minute, 2 hour charts if you work all the time. I work all the time, but I get to sit in front of a computer and, I'm very, very quick at marketing. I'm very good at making my content and stuff like that very quickly. My ideas just are, they're always popping out. AMC about to break 6. Tesla, they're really pumping this guy up lately. Oh God, I'm worried about Amazon now. Nvidia starting to cross. Oh gosh, will it go positive? Will it go positive? If that goes positive, I think that it gets hyped up and it might rug pull after the split. Be careful. All of those were maybes and mights and this and that. You want to make sure to wait till things confirm. This is a great, great signal here. It's a great signal. I'm very glad that Nvidia is showing it. VRT is starting to show some progress here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what progress we're making here. 2 hour crossed over, no potential for upside, crosses down. There's no 30-minute divergence in this. If you could flip back to positive, I'd say okay, but right here you saw divergence, so you have the potential to make a divergence first. I'd rather have divergence, no real reversal signal there. Daily just crossed, you're going negative. Most likely it's downside, so the probability here is more downside. But you could make a point of divergence, maybe you get double bottom, you can pay attention and react. If you know more about the stock and you're talking about investing, by the way, we're talking about trading for the most part when we're live. Oh, CRT. Oh, my brain is slow. Okay, this might have 2 hour. That's 2 hour divergence. I see what you're saying. That looks pretty good. If you can get some kind of bounce here, that'd be nice. Do I have a 30-minute behind this, though? Almost. Multiple point 30-minute divergence. So wait for that thing to cross to confirm momentum is at least shifting towards the upside here. If that can go positive, yeah, I'd agree with you. It looks like a decent play for the 2 hour to cross up. Just got to manage every trade right now because things are starting to fall off cliffs. This is closing below the 50. Kind of risky. Got to wait for upside. The split will not affect options expiration. Well, yeah, it's not going to affect the expiration, no. I like to do UVXY, but I'm quick. I could understand VXX, right? VXX as well. Like I could understand this. Looks like it has decay in it as well, maybe though. So I like UVXY. This is my favorite. And I only play this for very short periods of time. I do not do technicals on it. Why do I not do technicals on it? Look at all these divergences. That's crap. But if we go look at the VIX, what can we do here? We can see a 15-minute. We can look at it. We can see if that's going positive. We know that the SPY has potential to maybe make that 15-minute divergence right now. It has a 2 hour divergence as well. Does it have a 30-minute divergence? Yes, it does. Is it going positive? It's trying to right now. So you more so want to do this. And I don't even look at the price of UVXY. I just look at the orders and then pick one. Why no volume? Because the market makers they need all the money they can. They're trying to save as much money as they can. That's why you're seeing crap volume. That's why you're seeing more volume in GME and AMC than you're seeing in the whole stock market right now. Let's go take a peek. Let's go take a peek. Just a little peek. Let's take a little peek at these guys. Oh, God, that looks good. Momentum's still up. Very oversold now, or very overbought. What would I normally say? Oh, wait for the 30-minute pullback and this and that. The only problem with saying that is you're curling up the daily momentum right now, the daily side. So once a daily momentum play here would be a swing trade to the upside, closing above all of the moving averages here except for the 200. So you got to get above that 200, then you can see a very big move. Momentum on a daily chart is shifting up. I would be very careful to the short side. That's what I would say to the short sellers if any of them are in here. SQQQ, I wouldn't focus on how high it could go. The best way to play SQQQ is to play it while looking at the cues. Okay, so you look at the cues, you see it do this. If it does this and then curls back up, let's say it does this and curls back up, and you see a confirmation of upside for the cues, that would be a signal that your SQQQ position is going to hurt, because if the cues go up, SQQQ goes down. Very, very simple. Okay, so if you're seeing positivity from the cues, a positive signal, that is your signal to get out of SQQQ. That's the best educational thing I could say about SQQQ as far as how to actually read into it. It's kind of like the VIX and UVXY. If I start to see negativity in the VIX, I see a sell-off signal in the VIX, then I will get out of UVXY, and usually I'll take profit. Gold did have a nice day. It ended up playing out that divergence we were talking about down here, 2-hour divergence, great little play, risk management for a moment, right back in, boom, and then big upward move. It looks good. Is the daily crossing up? I think it should. I think it should. This could be some kind of a big scoop up, right? We could get cup handle, just a deep handle. Very, very cool. Came down to our little support levels here. Very nice. But curl up would be a confirmed daily momentum move. You just want to watch if that 2-hour rolls over. GME new daily high. Let's go. GME is Batman. AMC is Robin. Nvidia is the Joker. And Gary Gensler is the corrupt police. And I wonder who Commissioner Gordon is. Who's that black guy that always talks well about GME and AMC and says like hateful things about short sellers? I like that guy. I just don't know his name. Appreciate you. Net Future Crypto. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you too. If you appreciate me, could you hit that? There's a little thumbs up button. Looks like. Hit that thumbs up, baby. What do you think about the Dow 30-minute chart? Let's go look at the Dow. I'm down. 2-hour rolling over, negative territory right there. 30-minute chart looks still like a pullback. You do have some divergences in here, so there is potential for reversal and trend. For right now, you're still pretty far up there in positive territory. You need GME to close where it's at now. So for the entire week, GME needs to close above 29.03, and then there might be margin calls. And that's just because that's what the options market, the market makers don't want to happen. The option makers, the market maker algorithm doesn't want that to trigger. They can get margin called. So 29.03 is technically the weekly expected move. So that's as high as the option market was pricing in GME to go, and it's way up there. So if you want to see the extended move this week, 47.57, if you can gap above that, that'd be great. That's a good resistance level there. And then if you really want the pain to start, though, it's got to close the week above 29. Payment processing is not working. Yeah, they just hold off on it for a little bit, okay? Mark it and come back to the stream. I'm in the works with them. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Let me check my email. I sent them an email being like, "Hey, they're fixing it probably. I think they're fixing it." Okay, someone wants to be my video editor. Hold on a sec. Marketing course, Hadley has a question for you. Hold on one second. Over 25K plus cash. If I put 25K, okay, that's for later. I'll answer that. I'm trying to see if they've emailed me at all. They haven't. They emailed me earlier today, guys. I will work on the course tonight. I'll try to contact them back right after the stream, and we will try to get that worked out. So just join tomorrow. We'll put a hold on it for now. Try to take in as much as you can live right now, and I will talk to them because that should not be happening. Let me go search it. But I told you some fishy stuff was happening. I messaged like, hey, there's a big problem going on with my account, and I'm getting no notification why. Oh, and okay. Right now it says June 6th, as of 2:20, we will be undergoing scheduled maintenance during this time. And also they have scheduled on Friday, June 7th at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Their team will be making planned technical updates. So come back in the morning and we'll see if it's fixed, okay? Maybe just leave a tab or something like that open and then come in the morning, refresh it for the course, and we'll see if we can get that to you. I know I want you guys to be able to take it right now, but it looks like they're having some problems. It says scheduled maintenance for tomorrow morning, and it looks like an update was added to that literally at 2:20 today, saying we will be undergoing 1:20. Sorry, I didn't read, but 1:20 we will be undergoing scheduled maintenance during this time. So there's maintenance going on my website right now, but just leave it up in a tab or come back tomorrow morning either way, and I'll let you know if it's back up and running. I'll leave the status thing up on my stuff. I'm sorry about that. Let's keep an eye on Nvidia here on the 15-minute on my other chart since we're looking at AMC and GME real quick. It rolled up on a 15. Okay, actually, we need to go look at Nvidia for a second because this is where traps can be made. Okay, so this is where you have to be very quick. The 15-minute curled up, but it's not able to go fully positive. If that rolls right back down, that could be a sign that we're going to see this thing actually pull down. Because that will be a rejection of the 30-minute crossing, okay? It will kind of say the 30-minute is going to reject here. So if we wanted to, 5-minute rolls over, look where the center line is. It's right there. So 15-minute though, if that can reject now, it needs to go positive. The dollar still going down. Looks like it wants to maybe pump now. Volatility, what are you telling us? Still positive on the 15-minute, so it wasn't able to roll negative here. Volatility could scale up, 2-hour could cross over. This is very important. The 2-hour crosses up. Yikes. Not a good look. Because then that means this 2-hour could shortly roll over soon for the SPY. Hasn't rolled over yet, though. Very important. Hasn't confirmed upside yet. Very important. So it might just be react towards the end of the day. It also might just be, hey, be careful because the SPY is very, very high. And sometimes the SPY has crashes. And right now our crash signal is saying it should be a lot lower. It should be a lot lower. We can talk about a bounce in the future, but right now I think we do have a likelihood to do this and then pull back down. So your upside seems limited here. Robin the Hood scheduled maintenance. No. It's for my course. My course, I contacted them earlier today, or actually, I contacted them 5 different times. They never messaged me back. So I acted like I was a student. And then I said, hey, I'm actually a creator. You guys haven't emailed me back. And like, I literally, this is very weird behavior and I just need to know what's going on. Is pretty much how I worded it. I didn't try to say like, oh, they're asking for my content, like my YouTube content. They're asking for all of my social media handles for no reason, and then they withheld payment. And I just think that's very sketchy. I think the memes will cause if the memes actually go through. So if the meme problem actually is taken care of, and we see AMC and GME pop like crazy, that is when you will see most likely a stock market crash. Some kind of bigger pullback in Nvidia, some kind of bigger pullback in the market at least. Now, that could not happen, right? We want to make sure till the signals are telling us those things. But right now, the 15-minute looks like it wants to curl up. If it's not going to, the 5-minute's going to curl down. 5 minutes going to curl down and remain negative by the end of the day. And then we still get data tomorrow morning. We still get data tomorrow morning. So Teachable, my course link down there, people were saying the payment processing isn't working. And I was just telling you guys, like, I wasn't telling you guys because I wanted you guys to like learn over the weekend, but all weekend long, none of my payments were updating. My earnings keeps going up, but they just keep not paying me. And that's very fishy. I've never had a problem in the 7 months that the course has been up. So just wait till tomorrow. They're scheduling maintenance right now. XLU, mainly I'm just reading into it as an indication of where it is at right now and where the SPY is at right now. The SPY is up here, XLU is down here. The last time we saw that difference, we were able to catch this. This could be a double top. The 2 hour did roll back over, so this could be almost a double top, right? Because the highs here almost match. So if you actually look where these divergences were made right here, it's pretty even. So this is actual divergence. This here is also divergence. You have divergence all across the way here. So this is a very, very worrisome signal. Very, very worrisome, because as you get outside of these weekly expected moves towards the end of the week, you can start to see craziness happen, right? Craziness, especially with a crash signal. I know it's 50-50. I think it'll be higher, but mainly it's like the bank failures happen first, then you see unemployment data tick up. But unemployment data is ticking up right now. It's at 3.9. It's kind of sat there for a while, but you're slowly seeing it tick up in the charts. So if that gets anywhere above, like, I would say if it gets anywhere above 4 point, I think it's like 4.5, then it's pretty bad news. Are you working with one of the, no, I use a credit union. I use a local credit union who puts their balance sheet on their front table so I can see it and they're still profitable. Teachable's losing money on GME. No, it's not working. I looked it up, the status. There's something called, if you want to look it up, it's called, just type in Google Teachable status. Look up Teachable status and you can click on it and it'll show you. And if you scroll down, it'll say we are currently doing maintenance on June 6th. And then they're doing maintenance tomorrow morning as well. All right, let's keep our eye on this dog too. 2 hour has not crossed over. They're not going to make it easy. The 15-minute, oh, that's, if this shifts down, it would be really rigged for them to shift it down and shift it right back up. They can do that, but it's shifting red right now. Over 45 now. Bruce, what are you doing? Bruce, don't unplug my stuff. All of my options are so green right now. I'm just like, wow. I was like chilling. I was eating lunch. I ate some fried rice and steak. It's awesome. And then my wife made fried rice and steak, so it was fantastic, by the way. And then I made a strawberry banana chocolate protein smoothie with it. It was so good. And then my phone started to blow up, and I was like, "What's going on?" And sure enough, GME and AMC started to pop, and all my stuff was looking pretty good. GME is looking like it wants to go to 64.57. What is your target? 47. I think it needs to close the week. I think it needs to close above 47.57. Ooh, it's doing it too. It's really climbing. That's the daily momentum. That's the daily momentum. Watch out, 47.57. You're going to see a fight at the end of the day, I think, here. And you might still see Nvidia rip. We'll see if they're going to rig it that hard. But right now it's turning back down, going red. You have about 4 minutes left in that bar. Can we see Bruce? Yeah, you can see Bruce. Bruce, you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. This is a Bruce. The basement's a mess, but he's a sweet guy. He's a sweet pit bull. Look at him. You stink. You're stinky. All right, down. Good boy. Go to your spot. Go to your spot. First spot. Don't make me stand up. Okay, you can sit right there. Sit. Good boy. Stay. AMC needs to get above a little bit higher. So AMC, first of all, you need to close above 519 for the week, but to really see a surge, you need to get above 739, in my opinion. Thank you for subscribing. So professional. Really appreciate it. Why is AMC not moving? It's going to be a fight. Most of the time, what ends up happening is you'll see a run up in the post market. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh shit. Get above that level, man. If you close above that today, that is bullish AF. Oh, that's up to you. I'm holding for the long run. I have one option that I'm going to sell once it hits a huge price target. I have one that, like, pretty much I have one option that I'll sell if one of the, there, God dang it. Don't be resistance there. Pretty much I have one option that I'm willing to sell early, and then I'm just going to hold everything else throughout. I'm trading one option, so, see that resistance come in, 47.57. Hold on, let me double check if that's the right level I'm watching. I gotta double check. Actually, technically 3503 is a good level. Come on. Damn, it doesn't want to break through. Hi, Bruce. That's Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. He's GameStop. Bruce is a sweet guy. He loves Anya. When does your option expire? The same time as the Roaring Kitty. I have one shorter term one that I'm gonna get out of earlier. It's for the 14th, and then I actually that's the one I rolled, and then that's the one I'm still trading back and forth. No, wait. I have one for the 14th. I have one for the 14th, one option, not one option contract, but a lot of option contracts. And then I have the 21st, and then I have my UVXY play for my regular trade, and then I am holding AMC and I'm holding GME regular stock. Look, it's struggling though. That's the point. That is literally the point you need to get through. You can do it, GameStop. You can do it. Look at that bar though. Oh, look at that bar though. The thing is, we made this resistance like way back here, and I don't even remember why, and I can't figure it out right now. Yeah, I can't remember why, but I remember it was important and I left it there. I have I'm doing AMC options, but I bought GME. I just bought the stock for GME. AMC options, I think they were sleeping on them. They made GME options expensive. They made them really expensive. And I thought AMC was the overall better play. For options, for trading back and forth, I think AMC is a good one. GameStop, I think, is great to just buy and hold. That's what I'm doing for that. But that is what I'm doing. And I have reads like, right, we're just technically doing technical analysis here. This matters. Look how much it matters. Right here was where technical analysis, the momentum said it is going up, and it never crossed back down. Nope, no reason yet. Even if you look at a 15-minute, there's no reason yet. The 15 minute has not rotated down for a pullback. Now the 5 minutes maybe going to have divergence. Look at that. That might have divergence there, but I ain't selling because of a 5 minute chart. I'm going to sell because of a 30-minute chart. Scott scored something. 20 trades, win, 2 lose. Hey, that's not bad. What price do I want to sell AMC at for my short-term option? I would like it. Where would I like it? Let me see. What's the lowest point I would sell my option at? I got to see the open tomorrow, but I'd really like to see $100 before I even think about getting rid of the shorter term option. I know that's crazy to say, but this is a crazy play, and I have an amount of money I'm willing to lose in it. I have a lot of money just sitting on the side because I think things are getting ugly. I have a regular play with volatility, seeing if that can scale back up. The 30-minute could cross over. We could see a surge in the market. 15-minute rotating down. If that rotates back up, it's looking fine. But the 30-minute hasn't crossed back down yet, so there's no reason for me to get out for volatility. The 2-hour is literally kissing. And all of this AMC and GME stuff's happening. Good boy, Bruce. Did you go in your bed? What a good boy. Yeah, I'm still thinking AMC and GME have way more upside. I think AMC has more upside than people think. There was an argument for AMC's negative overall since the last time, and GME's still positive, like overall, if you measure it from where it was before the last big pop. There is a way to explain that as well. The way to explain it would be this. They are closer to the goal with AMC. They might have even heavily shorted it to try to get it to 0 with AMC. There might be more of a problem in AMC than there is in GME if they were trying to get it to go to 0 faster. That is kind of like a fundamental way of thinking about it, kind of a critical way to think about it. That's why I think AMC is the sleeper, and I want to do the options on AMC, and then I'll just hold GME. Don't look at UVXY for your technicals, but yes, overall, you want to look for little 30-minute divergences. So this is where I started to scale into the volatility position. I used a 15-minute to scale in again right here, and I noticed that the 30-minute never crossed back over. So if the 30-minute crosses over, I'll be risk managed, but I don't think that happens yet. And then I can just sit, and if tomorrow I wake up and this 2 hours crossed, then I can just manage it like a 2-hour trade, and then if the daily crosses, I can manage it like a daily trade. Yeah, options do expire tomorrow. The last time that this all happened, it happened on a Monday, is when the very big push happened, but we did get a bump higher on Friday. So I could sell like half my contracts tomorrow if we see some kind of massive move, like $50 on AMC. Like I want a massive move, guys. Yes, YS. No question's a rookie question. No question's a stupid question. A stupid question would be, should I buy this stock? Because I can't tell you that. Yeah, so VIX is simple. How you read into this is if this 2-hour crosses up, that means volatility is back. Now, what I want to do is I want to see the same signal in the SPY because for UVXY to go up, you need the SPY to go down. So is the SPY crossing over on this 2-hour? No, but I can read into it, find some reversal signals going positive on the VIX and try to take a play there. Volatility can still remain higher and UVXY can drop off a little less even with a little bit of a push higher and I can scale in. So 2-hour crosses over for the SPY, it'll be a good thing for UVXY. So I can't tell you if it's a good time, but timing is everything. And I can tell you that once this crosses over, that would be something to pay attention to. And volatility is kind of giving you a signal that could potentially convince you to get in earlier. The hourly charts crossing over with that divergence as well, telling you, hey, a little bit earlier, right? But you have to be aware of the 15-minute crossing up positive territory, okay? This is really flagging right now. You could see one more push higher, and then that's given up tomorrow. But as of right now, the hourly looks like it could cross. I just don't want to say it's going to because there's always a probability that 15-minute rotates up. We hit a daily expected move, and then it comes down. V is in Victor. UVXY. It's 3x leveraged. So if you're going to take an, I would not, if you're not aware of it, it's just you could just buy it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to take an option on it because then you're 300 times leveraged. I've done that trade so many times that I'm good at it. Volatility is one of my favorite plays to make. Volatility and Apple are two things that I do a lot. I trade Apple a lot and I trade volatility a lot. I really like trading volatility. Roaring Kitty. Yeah, Roaring Kitty stream is tomorrow morning, and we're gonna have it up here as well when we are live. We're gonna watch it. Why is SQQ stagnant? SQQ is stagnant because the Qs have moved sideways. So if the Qs continue to move sideways by morning, actually SQQ will go down a little bit because of the decay. Yeah, and that's how I do it a lot of the time. I just scale into a position. I just know that I don't want to hold this for 2 weeks. So if I'm scaling into a position, just buying it, then I'll hold it for 2 weeks sometimes, seeing how high or how low the SPY can go if I'm seeing good signals. But if I'm taking an option with it, I just want to see like 1 or 2 down days and then be out. I want to see a pop up to 27, maybe a pop of whatever. But mainly what you want to do with UVXY is just see if the SPY curls down on an hourly, awesome, UVXY is going to go up. But if that starts to curl up, I need to get out of that fast because UVXY will go down very fast if the SPY turns back around. PCC is put call ratio. AMC. Okay, let's go check on them again. We're approaching some game time hours here, 577. We can't break through. That's this. I see. This is how I knew. I knew I marked this off as important for some reason. I just can't figure it out right now because we did it way over here. We did it way over here. And I knew I marked it off as important. That's why I didn't delete it off. And I keep telling people this is my line that I really want to break through, but I can't remember why we made the line. And I'm just being genuine with you guys. Like, I'm being honest with you guys. I can't remember why I made this line. I think I made it because of past behavior. I think I found like resistances and supports in here or something, or some kind of buying, some kind of liquidity in here, but I can't remember. But at least it's proving itself, and this is why I mark things off because I have ADHD and I forget things all the time. Um, I can't tell you whether to buy it or sell it. I can tell you that right now your momentum is green to the upside and you're very overbought on a 30 minute. So a pullback could happen. That's what we would normally say about a stock. It pulls back, then curls back up. Note at the end of the day, this might be zero. This might be just traders, right? Day traders and stuff. So just be careful. But if GME is going to shift down in momentum, it's going to cross on this 15 minute, and I highly doubt that happens by the end of the day. I have a trading course in the description, but right now they're doing maintenance on the payment processing, so we'll notify you in the morning if that is fixed. They're working on it today and tomorrow morning. We're up a total of like this is like that Nvidia day where I was up 300% in like an hour, except this is only 300% in like 3 hours. How do you know when it's overbought? So the RSI, when you get above this dotted white line, that means overbought. But notice that on the daily scale, are we overbought? We're starting to get overbought. But if we're going to see something crazy happen, this goes to 100, 200, however high it wants to go, it's going to be way overbought the whole time. This isn't going to act like a regular stock. But just because something's overbought doesn't mean like, oh, it has to sell off. It's very hard to find a high just by saying, oh, it's overbought. You more so want to see divergences, momentum dying out, things like that. Oh, if I woke up and my option was worth 5,000% more in the SPY, I would probably be um, looking if that amount of money would help me out. If I liked having that amount of money in my bank account, that's how I would say it. I think this could be topping Nvidia because the 15-minute curled back down. Oh, wait, did it curl back up though? It curled back up actually. It didn't curl, so it didn't confirm back down yet. So this means we still have potential to go positive. Ooh, I'd be careful going into that split though. We're seeing calls trickle in all day. If this is even something we can read into. Dollar remaining lower. So insiders are kind of saying we might go higher. The SPY hasn't crossed up yet. The Qs haven't crossed up yet. IWM crossed, but that could be because of AMC and GME. Apple didn't cross back up. Tesla looks like it wants to cross down. Amazon just leaking higher. Your momentum indicator is saying like the correct direction is actually down, but that's what a squeeze does. The squeeze messes with this. AMD confirming triple divergence here. Yeah, AMD confirming triple divergence. Yeah, we can take another peek at the SPY just to explain what's going on here. The 15-minute is trying to cross indicate that this 2-hour is not going to cross down. The 2-hour crossing down is what you really want to pay attention to. This is your overall full reversal signal. If they're going to be sneaky with it and do it after hours, then this signal won't show up. So we want to look at an hourly and see if that at least crosses by the end of the day. If an hourly crosses and says pullback, then we can read into it a little bit because you have divergence all across here. The cool part is you might make the smallest divergence ever for the SPY on the daily chart. Literally one bar, and then the next bar turns you back down. Because XLU did not confirm this move. XLU did not confirm this move. That's how you read into XLU here. XLU did not confirm this move. The SPY is up here. XLU is down here. If this crash indicator is going to hint to anything to us right now, which has been following. We proved that with this V shape right here. This is how we caught that bottom. We called this a trap, and everyone called me a psychopath. Now we're seeing that fall off while the market goes higher. So if that's going to hold true, then technically the market should go down. And we talked about in our videos why the market makers were most likely rigging it to go back up. PCC was too high. Yeah, I'm holding GME through everything. GME, I'm not overexposed due to the earnings. I don't have an option for GME. I just have the stock. So any kind of big drop in GME for the earnings won't hurt me as bad because it's not an option play. An option play if it hurts me bad. Ooh. So I'm still sticking to my stuff a little bit, right? I think something crazy could happen with GME, and I know it has earnings. But overall, I'm holding the stock. So if I see a 20% drop, well, my option would be worth like a cent, maybe 10 cents, which is awful. But since I'm just holding the stock, 20% means I just lose 20%. And that's not bad. Let's go look at oil. US oil looked interesting. It was really bouncing up, going up to the sell zone, resistance zone. We said we'd get there. Here we go. We got to see. 2 hours, see that? Still close to the center line. This is a sell zone at this point. So this was support, 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 support. Ooh, then we lose it. So now it can become resistance. Mara really starting to shift down here. So maybe we don't go to the sell-off zone. If that crosses over for Mara, not a good sign. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin kind of confirming the pullback on the 2 hour, the 4 hour. If it would cross. Okay, 4 hours is saying bigger pullback coming for Bitcoin. Ooh, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. Sometimes I do use an 8-hour chart on Bitcoin, by the way. Daily divergence on Bitcoin right now. If this starts to flush, daily divergence can send you into a negative trend. We can start to head down for Bitcoin. Just so you're aware, Ethereum didn't even go make it, but Ethereum starting to curl over on the 4 hour probably right by the center line. That would be some bad stuff. Man, our line in the sand will not get crossed right now for GME. I mean, according to the PCC, that is a go long signal. According to how the charts look, it's all saying bad things. I don't know why PayPal was up today. We looked at it a few times, but I think we found the divergences overall for PayPal. This one here, now you want to wait for a pullback here, but we just found little 2-hour divergences. You see the tiny little divergence right here popped up. Okay, manage risk. Now you ride that sucker. The daily here is what we're paying attention to, and maybe a slanted head and shoulders forming. So this overall kind of tells me, since it's fading, I need to at least wait for a pullback on a 30-minute for PayPal. Once that pulls back, then you can still be bullish on it, right? As long as it stays positive, it's still bullish. SPY. All right, watch for this last 15 minutes. The most rigged part of the market happens in the last 15 minutes. Let's go look at Nvidia. Someone tell me if GME gets above 47.57, because I'm reading the chat right now. Oh wait, I want to look at Nvidia. There you go. Okay, 15 still green for Nvidia. The way they could really trick the market here is just shoot it up at the end of the day, convince a lot of calls to come in. You're in at the line in the sand. Just expect the fight there. You're going to get a fight there. No, I can't. Debesh, I can't read into the PCC too much. All I can read into it is it started out really high and then it moved way down, which tells me calls are pushing it down. Calls or getting out of short positions is pushing it down. But as of right now, you'd say it's still at like 1 almost, right? It's like 0.97. So still, it would tell me the call side's cheaper and they might want to rig this thing up one more time. What is Wing? Wingstop? Oh, I've been to Wingstop once. Head and shoulders on a 30-minute? I don't see any head and shoulders on the 30-minute. I see a 30-minute by the center line. If that curls up, positivity. If it keeps selling off, I want to look at a 2-hour. 2 hours right by the center line. So if this keeps selling off, that's not going to be a good sign. Head and shoulders, I think you got overexcited. You wanted to create the head and shoulders where it makes sense. At least kind of where it makes sense, right? This is great liquidity for a left shoulder. Then you dip down, then you create that liquidity again. You just grab it right in here, break out, but you broke out too soon. Now you're giving it up. So watch out. I go, GME's almost at $50. She's like, what the fuck? So daily scale here, this is a rejection confirming upside. Be careful. Be very, very careful with this one. You can still see bounces, but just anytime that goes negative, it's kind of saying negativity. Bruce is trying to play. It's so funny. Alan hates to play with Bruce. Celsius. If you guys hear a turkey, that's my husky. That's my husky German Shepherd. He sounds like a turkey when they play. This is starting to make a little sense. You got the tapering here for a 30-minute. It probably looked cleaner on a 2-hour. So you got actually you did get the almost a divergence set up here. It doesn't look the cleanest, maybe an hourly. So an hourly showed you pretty well that divergence, that tapering. Now you do have potential to roll over again. You're still away from the center line. You need that to go positive. So if I were going to do the 30-minute here, it's already crossed over. You can go make divergence. You need it to roll up one more time. You need Celsius to roll up one more time to really say like, hey, I want to go positive. Tesla still squeezing. Tesla squeezing. Yeah, 5-minute would put you right around 180.92 divergence there, and then rug pull would be likely. But right now it's in near, see how it's near overbought now? So even if I wanted to trade this, I would still like to see it base out a little bit, get some kind of handle over here. But I think the 2-hour was able to curl up. That's a good sign. Good sign going positive. What did AMD do? AMD 15-minute divergence here. confirmed. See if that goes negative. That's a weakening in momentum signal. Look at that. Nvidia curls up. There you go. So 30-minute confirmation is the best, but you can read into a 15-minute for a second. Look at that. If I wanted to hurt the most people, I would send this stock higher. Yeah, we need to get him. What if he does that tomorrow? What if he does that tomorrow? You never know. Did I put sweatpants on after today's live stream this morning? Yeah, I did. I did put sweatpants on. I'm hella comfy right now for this stream. Apple dropping. Did it cross over on the 2-hour? That's the big thing with Apple. That was my short position. Ooh, look at that. See, Apple's the one that told you the whole time. There you go. Apple told you with a 30-minute cross right here. Divergence all the way across on the RSI and the MACD. I've traded this so many times. There you go. Cross right here. Boom. 2-hour confirmed. Now you can manage it on the 30-minute. So all you want to happen here is anytime this 30-minute curls back up, if it's buy positive territory, you should say, uh-oh, upside can come. So Apple really giving up the gains here. But Nvidia is not. Apple's tanking right now. Well, tanking. It's down like, this is what, 0.5%. That's still a pretty good bar. That's, I mean, like on a 1 minute, that's going to look kind of crazy. Down 0.5 in about 3 minutes. That's why you wait for the confirmations. The stocks that are going to move down, they will tell you. That's why I said Apple looks like the best play. Boom, 30-minute cross, goes down. You thought the SPY would close at 5:30? 5:30? 5:30. I need one more person to say something so I can see what number you put. Don't tell my wife I'm putting another dippy in. Sometimes she watches the stream too, so I just don't. Okay. 5:33. You thought it was. Did you have any reason to think it was, though? Did you have the reasons to say it's highly probable? Because you saw a 5-minute divergence here. So that would say if that goes positive, positivity. So even on a 5-minute, you see it holds true a lot of the time. Okay, boom. Now you'll see crazier stuff on the 5-minute, but this right here should tell you right here, this is most likely not going to land at 5:33. Now, if you still cross over right here, you have a shot, but right now, the 15-minute looks like it wants to curl up. Nvidia's curling up on a 15-minute. If I wanted to hurt the most people, I would send Nvidia higher. Don't tell on me, chat. I want you to just say in the chat, Lucas did nothing. Say, hi, Daniela. Lucas didn't do anything. No, not screwed up. What did Scott say? Screwed up, should have bought back into AMC. No, green is green. That's a very good point, Mike. We say that on this channel. You can't make any money in the market unless you hit the sell button. Hitting the sell button is very difficult. And I talked about the story with my brother. A lot of people in here who maybe have not heard that story of me and my brother. I convinced him to buy Dogecoin at a very low price. We both put $100 in. He put $200 in. I put $100, and I turned $100 into $6,000, and I sold. And I could have made, I think, like $17,000 or like $20,000 off of that $100 at the time. But I sold out early, and my brother didn't, and he had a value of like $50,000, and he still didn't sell. Still didn't sell. Still didn't sell. He said this thing is going to go to $1 million. Profit is profit, man. You turned $100 into $50,000, probably take it. But that's no bag on him. He still exited out and made about $14,000. So he turned $200 into $14,000. Great win. Don't be bummed out because you could have made more money. Be happy that you made money. It's kind of the way to go. Bruce, he's not going to play with you. Alan laid down and Bruce is just whining at him. It broke 47. Okay, let's go look at GME. This is pretty important for the end of the day. 47, 50, 50 40, 47, 57, 47, 57, 47, 57. Just do it. Maybe if I play a song, maybe if I can't let you guys listen to a song, but I can listen to a hype song. Yeah, am I gonna listen to the Tech Nine song again? Damn right. Oh, it's hype as damn. We can't break through it, man. Plenty good, Scott. And plus, you could also say if you made profit, you could just let that profit work for you right now and say if something big happens, awesome. If not, I break even. That's something I've done that before, but everyone's different. Looking on a razor cutter. Yeah, I knew we marked this off as important because I made it green. Usually, if I have a green line, it's very important. But I can't remember why I made it. But that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago we made that, and now I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there because I know it's important. They don't want AMC over 6. They don't want AMC over 5. They don't. This could cause margin call. This could cause short sellers to get out of position. Watch out for margin calls. This can definitely cause a margin call. Closing at this level, if you close at this level, it's scary. What's Nvidia doing? Never die, never back down. Uh-oh, AMD. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. You guys want to hear Tech 9 for a sec? Say yeah. Say yeah if you want to hear Tech 9 for a sec. I'll play a different part.
Saw it falling from a tower's dead plane, head banged, Mandalay Bay Hotel at a lead cane.
There you go. Sorry if that annoyed you. They can. I don't think they will be able to because the data says that the data says like pretty much retail owns more than 90% of the stock, so they can't. If you guys ever see me randomly head bobbing all the time on stream, it's because I'm vibing. I'm vibing. Rabbit hole. Look at Apple. So pretty. So pretty. It will see bounces. But now you got to see if that 30-minute curls up. Because if it just goes, uh. Took a short on Goldman Sachs. Yeah, it's like fucking A. Can we short E-Trade? Robinhood looks ugly, by the way. Robinhood might be in trouble, man. I'm worried about this. This does not look. Now it has a term, but it doesn't look pretty. This does not look pretty. All right, let's watch GME for a second. Hey, William Zeeb, how are you able to purchase the course just now at 220? The hell? They just did maintenance. How does that happen? Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad it worked. But it's supposed to not work until the morning. Jones, you. God, we just won't break above. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I had some help. Just kind of moves all by myself. All right. I'm going to pause this for a sec. All right, we are going to do our 15-minute breakdown, okay? So we will break down GME and AMC in just a moment. We'll see what happens for a little bit. We can't just stare at it the whole time, all right? I have ADHD. I have to click around. That's why I have to listen to music while talking while also looking at charts. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Broke to 47.79 right after the close and got back down. Yeah, see, 47.59, 57 is what we need really to break through, in my opinion. But we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, and I can't really remember why I created that line. Like I said, I made that way back in the first pump, and I just can't remember why. Now, here's a key thing for the SPY going into tomorrow. We never technically confirmed upside at the end of the day. Interesting. Very interesting there. The big thing that we need to point out for the SPY is the 15-minute curling up. That's your bullish indication. The 2-hour crossing down would be a very bearish indication. This one's not close yet, but XLU is dramatically down, right? So the last time we called this, boom, the difference between the SPY and XLU mattered. So if that's going to hold true, then this is a big difference. This is a big, big difference. And I think that is very important to understand. Okay, so as we move forward, just keep that in mind. Now we're closing the day right at our weekly expected move for the SPY. We're going to get some updated daily ranges for the morning for you guys, okay? We're going to show those off in the morning. If you don't see us live in the morning, just click on the video. I'll try to keep the SPY and the Qs up for the beginning of the video for a while so you can get those levels. But we want to pay attention if these things are actually confirming. The fact that they're not before close is kind of unfortunate, because I really like things that like do it right before close, because you can see some crazy volume in the morning, but don't want to front run anything. Okay, the Qs, they went sideways, but they never crossed up, confirming another move higher, but they're by the center line. This is what you want to see. See if that crosses up in the morning. Just watch out for any kind of divergence at this level. Something I'm going to point out on both the SPY and the Qs is we were able to cross up on these MACDs, and now we have potential divergence on the daily scale. Okay, we have divergence on the MACD. So if we start to turn down from here, it's not looking pretty. And XLU did not even confirm that signal. So that is not good. It might be a little different this time. We could experience a crash as far as tomorrow goes. It's important to understand that. Doesn't mean we have to. We still have to look at those shorter time frames. Okay, going into Apple here. Apple confirming the divergence today. This is a great trade. This is why I took it. It is fantastic. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You guys wondered, in my video, I was like, I'm not adding to the problem. How do I know I'm not adding to the problem? Because I'm trading the stock that told me it has weakness. It told me it has weakness right here. Right here is where I took the trade, at least fully scaled into the trade a little bit for a full position, right around 195.68. Took that position, and it is looking good. Now I just have to manage the trade because the 30 minutes close to the center line, if that curls up at any time, I should expect positivity. Why? Positive trend. All right. But the 2-hour was able to confirm this as of now. So that's kind of how you get the earlier position. You look for ones that have 2-hour divergences across the way, and then you see if it gives you a 30-minute divergence for that weakness. Very, very cool. That Apple does it all the time. That's why I love trading it. And we're going to go over to GameStop in a moment. Let's just get through these, okay? 2-hour on Tesla did roll up. This thing has been trappy, and it is trying to go positive. It's like right on the center line. So 30-minute here, kind of cooked, looking like it needs to pull back, kind of flagging a little at the end of the day. To take a trade here, maybe not the best, but I would like that to get down to the center line and curl up if there's another positive move, right? See that MACD do this. Then another positive move can come, but Tesla's been trapping back and forth. It seems like every upward move, you get a rip. There, you get a rug pull. Every downward move, you get a rip to the upside. So very sketchy behavior here from Tesla. What are we noticing? The daily is still close to the center line. That could curl up. We could see a move, but it just looks like Tesla is not the best thing to pay attention to. As of right now, Amazon, if it experiences more positivity, this is light volume today for the SPY, so be cautious. This is a strong looking bar. A lot of swing traders would like this setup, right? And the MACD is about to cross. That means we can see positivity. We can see positivity. Very important to understand that. Okay. Now, as we move forward with Amazon, we just want to see if this 2-hour curls over at any time. That would be a bearish signal, right? Because you're very close to the center line. The 30-minute is it's pretty positive, right? Very positive move here. Awesome. It never said weakness this whole time. So literally it was like, hey, contrarian bullish indication right here. And then it never turned back over. So no weakness in this. Sure, divergences are popping up. You're oversold. but it does say reversal and trend is possible. The 2-hour has to complete. This is why I posted this to Patreon. I posted this to Patreon not as a trade setup, as a way to say, do not front run things. This is exactly what they want the chart to look like and convince you to go short, and then it curls back up. That's what we're talking about on the 30-minute chart. The 15-minute crossed, it is going positive right now, so you can't talk negatively about Tesla or about Nvidia. Now, I think also just a reminder here that the 30-minute, I think that if I was going to rig the stock market more, I would send this higher and then drop it down really fast. That's what I would do if I was trying to really mess with people with this split. AMD confirming it on the 30-minute, the triple divergence we mentioned live here, the 15-minute triple divergence, very, very cool there, and the divergence on the 2-hour across the way. Your divergence point is this bar right here, and you see we had divergence up at the top there, and we have divergence across here making an upward move, and we see the divergence holding true all the way across on the RSI. So all the way across on this RSI down here, you see how every single one has a lower high, while this is making higher highs than the previous point. That is divergence. That is multiple point divergence right there. So if that rolls over, bad news, because AMD, if it rolls over the daily, you're right by negative territory. Same with Meta. Meta's right by negative territory, getting a topping tail there. Not the best look. 15-minute still, if the 15-minute wants to, it can pop higher, guys. This market is rigged. You got to pay attention to risk. If I am saying, if I took a position here for downside, I don't know why I would, but if I did, there's not really a reason to, but if I did, let's say on the cross at least, this one here, say I have one here, well, if that 15-minute crosses up, that means positivity. So be careful out there with it. You don't really have 30-minute divergences anymore. Hourly could turn over for a pullback. That's pretty much what Meta's telling you here if it crosses over. Microsoft, this thing's screaming higher. It might be making a 15-minute divergence, right? But it is crossing up positive territory. We talked about cup and handle, go. So be careful with these, even as they are outside of their weekly expected moves. We're heading into Friday. You don't have a lot of time left. Right? We need these to make these moves on Tuesday, Wednesday, or I would say Monday, Tuesday are the best, but Wednesday's okay. And then as you get to Thursday, Friday, you got to be a little bit like, oof, this could squeeze. Now this here was a good signal on the 15-minute, showing you that divergence, showing you another point for a scale in, good scale in here, but we're not dropping off. You really need this 2-hour to confirm like, hey, I'm going to go negative again. Right now, it's not doing that. It could just head up and up and up in this channel and then make another point of divergence, okay? So then you would have quadruple divergence or multiple point divergence all the way across. That has a good shot to go negative. So be careful with Google, be careful with pretty much everything. Even if they curl up on these dailies, yeah, you can see an upside move, but the upside is very limited for a lot of stocks. Let's get into AMC. It actually crossed up. So would I be taking a short position no matter how the shorter time frames look? Would I be shorting AMC? No, I would not. No, I would not. It's one of my rules. It's not saying for you to do anything like that. It's just that's one of my rules. I do not short a stock that crosses up on a daily MACD, especially if it's in positive territory. I do not do that, no matter what the shorter time frames look like. But let's look at the shorter time frames. The 2-hour is positive. That is still a positive signal. You have no reversal signal here right now. The 30-minute, you have no reversal signal for the 30-minute right now. You don't even have real divergences here, so it looks strong. But would you say a pullback is likely? If we were analyzing this and it was any other stock, you would say a pullback is likely, and then maybe we can see that thing rip back up. We'll pay attention if that's happening in the morning. GameStop, let's look at the opposite side. Well, we marked this off as important for a reason. I just can't remember why. We did it like 2.5 weeks ago, and I can't remember why, and I'm sorry about that. I can't remember why, but I knew it was important because I marked it off as a green line. It was the go line. And we run into it and it's perfect resistance pretty much. So I knew it was important. I really wish I remembered why. That's kind of embarrassing as someone making content on YouTube, but I do have ADHD and I forget stuff a lot. You can ask my wife. It makes her mad. Resistance as of now, but it is still positive. If you're going to see a crazy upward move, this is what you're going to see. If this curls down for a pullback, then you know we are pulling back for GME. That is important to understand. And if that's able to curl up in positive territory, the next positive move could be another good one. But the 30-minute told you right here, upside potential, right? So right here, it said, do not do not take any downside. That's what this says right here. And right now you're seeing the same signal on the daily. So I'm not going to be doing anything like that. The 2 hour, very positive. Once again, pull back on the 2 hour would make sense. We'll see. But usually if you see something crazy happen, this thing's just going to go and go and go. Now, the reason we weren't shorting GME today, and in the YouTube video yesterday, we told you this looks like it has massive potential here, is because daily momentum can take over. Yesterday, we had that rule come into place. We do not short a stock that crosses up on the MACD. Whether it's in negative or positive territory, I do not short it because I don't want daily momentum to screw me over. And the thing is, it's even stronger when it's in positive territory that it's going to see an upside move. We mentioned all this in the YouTube video last night. Very, very cool. You still need to break through some key levels. How do you see IWM tomorrow? It will affect IWM. Let's look at IWM real quick because it should affect IWM. IWM, it's been treating this zone we've marked off, the top of it. It's been very, very good. And now you potentially have like a weird head and shoulders, actually. But we see the divergence. We saw the divergence in the past. This was the trade setup. I didn't give you this one because it didn't look as good, even though you do have triple divergence here. We see a pop. What can happen? Well, AMC and GME can help this thing go up. So just pay attention to that going tomorrow. Let's look at volatility real quick. Volatility curled down on the 30-minute. I actually didn't see this, so I didn't manage risk correctly here. Technically, I'm supposed to be out of my UVXY play with this turned down, but maybe it's a sign from God saying like this is going to turn back up. The main thing about volatility, though, you need the 30-minute to cross up and go positive. That is very key. The other thing you need is the 2 hour needs to cross, and that is rejecting as of right now. So that's important. 15-minute, though, we can make another point of divergence here. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the morning. So tune in tomorrow as we do go over that. The only thing that's confusing is the dollar's going down, which tells me people might be investing at these levels. Big guys might be investing unless this is retail buying at these levels. And then the PCC was very weird today. This is a very weird. You only see this level hit in around major bottoms after a crash. That's why I have it marked off. I've had it marked off a long time. Ever since 2020, I've had it marked off, and I've looked back. It's a great level to pay attention to for like an investment, but this would tell me that this is an investment level, and then it just shot right back down to the call side, and that's just weird to me. That's just weird to me. So the way to read into it, though, is at the beginning of the day, there were a bunch of puts, and then over time throughout the day, there's a ton of calls leaking into the market because it's coming down dramatically. Try to find out what is this max pain. It's frustrating because I'm suffering a lot of time decay. Yeah. I don't have that. They do not, they did not give data. It's most likely because of the split. So I don't have the data for Nvidia's decay. So the obvious hedges win. I'm trying to balance win losses. Welcome to the live chat. Yeah, I don't know the exact levels they would need to like win, but you would say above 5. So pretty much the exact levels for this week, they will change next week. The exact levels that AMC can hurt hedges this week is 519. So if you close above 519, they can start to get margin called if you're holding above this throughout the day tomorrow and they have expiration, anything like that. Very, very bad for them to close above 519 for AMC. For GME, it's 2909. So it's a little bit deeper down here, but 2903. Sorry, 2903 is the level to pay attention to there. Those are our weekly expected moves, which tells me the market makers do not want it to go above that level, which means the hedgies don't want it to go above that level because that's all they expected for this week. And now it's unexpected to the upside, which means they're on the wrong side of the play, most likely. So that's how you have to read into AMC and GME. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about was volatility on the weekly. We're going to talk about this over the weekend, but if this closes this way this week, this is a massive flight to safety. And I'm just going to show you guys real quick. If this can go positive, that means flight to safety. I know we went positive here, but I want to show you guys during like crash times, right? Let's do 2020 when it's in positive territory and turns up on a weekly scale. We see a massive flight to safety, and this is what happens during a crash. So be very careful out there, as we are seeing some signals that say we could be a major top, even though it looks wonky. We are looking like some signals say that. making way more money listening to Luke. Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad that it's helping. That's all I'm trying to do is educate you so you can make better decisions. That's all trading is making decisions. And the good part about technical analysis is we have little indicators that kind of make the decisions for us as long as we trust them. As long as we trust them. Time to finally buy back into AMC. I get you. I get you. But overall, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for smashing that like button. Thank you for everyone who subscribed today. I really do appreciate it. It is nice to see how it is helping. And I think this week was a great week to pay attention to how to not get screwed by actually taking the position when it is confirmed. When it is confirmed, and then after that, the job's not done. You gotta manage that trade. You gotta manage that trade. As far as Nvidia goes, for hedge funds, this stock is not going to hurt hedge funds in any way if it sells off. So the hedge funds are not hurting because of Nvidia. They are being benefited from Nvidia. That's why they are pushing these things higher. The market makers pushing this higher. They are using it to pay for AMC and GME. And when that rips down, it will only hurt retail investors. That's the big point there. But you don't know when this could rip down. As of right now, you have some daily that's getting rid of divergence up here, but you have a small one here on the RSI. I'm wondering if it'll lead to anything. The main signal, guys, over and over again, the main signal is the 2-hour crossing. Right now, what I think to cause the most pain, right? We're talking about how to hurt the most retail traders. This would convince people to go short. Then they send it long. Then everyone goes long after the split happens, and then they rip it away. I think a 30-minute divergence might pop up very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching today. That was kind of our breakdown, by the way. So if you're not watching this live, you're just tuning in to the end here. We just gave a breakdown, so scroll back about 15 minutes, look for when we started that breakdown. But we're not going to have a video tonight. I'm going to go spend some time with baby mama, baby girl. And we'll get those levels out to Patreon, though. I will work on that. And I'll see you guys in the morning, and I will put up the levels for the SPY and the Qs, those daily expected moves for the SPY and the Qs for you guys tomorrow in the morning. And I'll leave them at the beginning. So if you tune in a little late and you're like, hey, I need the weekly expected moves, just look at the beginning of the video for like 2 minutes, get those marked off, and be ready to trade tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the donations today. It was very, very sweet of you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad that this is helping. And I look forward to streaming again with you guys tomorrow to see what's happening. We will be watching some Roaring Kitty together tomorrow, or at least listening in on what he is saying tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time for me here. So I will see you guys later. Good luck with your trades for the rest of the week. Stay careful out there. Trade like water. And other than that, I wish you nothing but love, baby. Peace. Are you shaking your head, Bruce?